What's going on, you guys? This is Cooked Vegetables back in here with another podcast for you all. How is everybody doing, man? I hope you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. The title of today's podcast is going to be SR and the Protective Spiritual Force Field. When I found out about semen retention about 3 years ago and started practicing it, the benefits were unmistakable. Now, if you are on this forum, I'm guessing you know all about the superficial physical benefits, so I won't bore you by repeating them all here. Now, all that being said, one thing that I never quite understood about this practice until relatively recently was the effect it had on a certain rather loud and rabid group of people. This group of people were actively trying their hardest to gaslight and shame the honorable men that were making an honest attempt at giving up promiscuity, masturbation, and whoremongering into relapsing, despite the obvious beneficial effects this abstinence was having on the lives of these men. This puzzled me for a long time until I finally came to understand why. Lately, I have come to understand a major reason for this rather strange behavior of this rabid group of people who want us to keep mindlessly jacking off and abusing ourselves. I now understand that these types of people have some sort of negative or demonic influence in them that makes them parasitic by nature. And like any parasite, they do not possess their own generative source of energy and must depend on others to remain functional. Further, all parasitic organisms can only exist in dirty or dark or toxic or low vibrational environments, so they need the majority of the people around them to keep polluting themselves through substance abuse, alcohol, junk food, fornication, dark emotions, masturbation, etc., so that they can actually survive off of the decay that these people bring upon themselves through their association with these poisons. This is the path many of us were on before we found SR. We were on a one-way trip to hell in a reprobate state of mind. Thank goodness some of us found the light. As some of us found SR and started to practice it earnestly, in addition to other components of masculine purity, our vibrational level started to noticeably increase. You may have noticed this as feeling more emotionally stable or receiving more respect from people, etc. This automatically starts to rapidly take you off of the menu of these toxic parasitic people in your surroundings. And in my experience, this makes them incredibly angry to have lost a menu item. Now that you are off the energetic menu as a result of your retention and masculine purity practices, if one of them tries to disrespect you or treat you poorly when you are in this elevated vibrational state, the universe claps back on your behalf with a vengeance. The result of this is that these poisonous types will eventually be forced to begrudgingly avoid you or deal with serious consequences because you are no longer free lunch for them. I have seen this happen so many times in my life since I started retaining that it cannot be coincidence. In conclusion, I have come to understand that the fundamental basis of how this reality works is energy. Quite simply, something or someone cannot persist in your world long term unless you are an energetic match for it. This is why bad people have a very, very difficult time harming you when you are vibing high. And this is why they're trying so hard to shame us into going back to the old, debased ways of living that led some of us to hell on earth. Please do not listen to these demon-infested people. You can pray for them from a distance that they may eventually come to see the light, but you must avoid close contact with them for extended periods of time at all cost. Keep retaining, keep glowing, keep growing, and I'll see you at the top, fellas. Till next time, Godspeed and remain blessed. Brother Cooked.